Hi. So, this is going to be my second, long-form video on my channel. So, let's start with the game and good morning wherever you are. So, I just wanted to move my pawn up to g3, then put my bishop behind the phone on g2, then move my knight out, that he would take the knight with his bishop, that moves to copy my setup, and now it's just the opening, so there's nothing exactly to talk about. That is notable. I wanted to move my bishop to g5 to pin the knight, his knight to his king, and used his pawn to kick my bishop out, and I moved it back to e3. Now I moved my c3 pawn to c4 of the center in case he wants to move his d7 pawn to d5, which he did, and I took with my which he did. Then I took with my pawn and he took with his pawn on c5. And now I want to just move my bishop back, also to move my dark square back to c1, then to d2. Therefore both of my bishops will, both my bishops will snipe the whole board from the two corners. Then he moved his queen out to check my king, and I instigated its queen's trade, that I took his knight with my bishop, just so we have those off the board, cause the knight will be tricky in the latter parts of the game as I have an open position. And now he moved his pawn up, and I moved my other pawn up to kick his bishop out, and I moved my bishop on d2 to a5 to kick his rook out of d8, which was a mistake, cause I gave him the opportunity to move his other rook to d8 and have a batter down the d5. He then moved his king from c8 to b7 in order to target my bishop later on, but threaten it right now. I have to move my bishop as to not give him tempo on the next move. It was moved from a5 to c4, cause if I moved it anywhere else, it will become a target, which is still did on b4, and now he moved for h8 to e8. Then I moved my pawn on g4 to g5 to target his knight. And if he takes with the pawn on h5, I will take back. But he moved his knight, then took my pawn on f3. Then I took that with my knight, and targeted my knight with his bishop. So I moved my rook up to d3, and now I don't know what I did, cause at this moment I'm completely lost. I see that I'm lost, but I don't know what I did wrong. And I'm not panicking, definitely I'm not panicking because I know I'm lost, but I don't because I'm not completely lost. And now he forked my king and my rook to win the rook while they just cry in the corner. I'm down 11 points of material. I only have a knight while he has a knight, bishop, and 2 rooks. And at this point I realized that I was lost again. Like at this point I internalized that I was lost the last time. I started making moves with my king out of desperation, making stupid moves with my knight, so I could wait and see if he would blunder anything, but he didn't, which made me panic all the more. As I was doing since the middle game, making stupid moves, that were just to prolong the game and maybe win. I could have went nowhere, cause it's mate on the next move, and it's made so goodbye and I suck at chess.
So if you made it this far, this is where I speak, and goodbye, see you next week.